All right, folks. Today we're going to start on lesson 2.4. Starting off with what's an OS. An OS is an operating system, which is a software program that manages the computer and all of its parts. It helps different programs work together and manages the computer's memory, processing power, and input and output devices. Um, it also provides a way for you to interact with the computer through a graphical interface or commands. Basically, as an example, it is like a conductor of an orchestra, ensuring that all the parts work together smoothly and to create a beautiful symphony. Um, Now, moving on to the next part, is basically just covering how the OS works itself. The operating system is a software program that manages the computer's resources, such as its memory, processing power, and input and output devices, as specified before. Um, and it prov- and provides a platform for the applications to run. The OS acts as an intermediary between the computer's hardware and software applications, allowing them to communicate with each other. The OS consists of a kernel, which is the core component that interacts with the computer's hardware. The kernel manages memory, processes, input output operations, and other system resources. Applications running on the computer communicate with the OS through a system through through system calls, which is requests, which are requests for services such as file access, network connectivity, or memory allocations. The OS also provides a user interface that allows users to interact with the computer and manages the computer's memory for allocating and deallocating memory to applications as needed. Overall, the operating system plays a critical role in the functioning of a computer. And now, looking at the next part, will be just covering the similarities between the Windows OS and the Linux. Um, Windows and Linux are both operating systems, and they provide the basic software functions for a computer to run applications and manage hardware resources. They share several similarities, such as the ability to manage files and folders, support for various program languages, and the ability to connect to the internet. Both also offer various utilities and tools to optimize system performance and security. Additionally, both operating systems allow for the installation of third-party software and applications to extend their capabilities. Now, moving on to the next part is now looking into what differs between the operating system of Windows and Linux. Windows and Linux are both operating systems that provide the basic software foundation for a computer to run applications and manage hardware resources. However, they are different in several ways. For example, Windows is developed by Microsoft and it's proprietary, meaning the source code is not publicly available. In contrast, Linux is open source software, meaning the source code is available to anyone to use and modify. Additionally, Windows has a larger market share and more widely used to desktop and personal computers, while Linux is often used in servers and embedded systems. The user interfaces and software ecosystem also differ between the two operating systems. Now, moving on to the second phase of the video, installing of Windows 11 and Ubuntu 22.04.01. All right, folks. Right now, heading into the second part of the video, to making sure everything's good to go on the recording side. Right now, I'm just gonna head into installing Windows 11 and Ubuntu. Okay, Windows 11 and Ubuntu already been downloaded. Just to save me some time with the steps and time with the video. Already selected the language, the ISO, everything that need to be, and confirmed it. Downloaded it. Everything's good to go. It took about 6 to 8 minutes. Ubuntu, the same thing. Everything's been downloaded. That took about 24 minutes to get downloaded. Right now, it's showing that it's missing. It's only because the file has been moved. Of course, just my way of thinking is always try to keep everything organized. Everything falls under my folder, the user folder. And I also did create a VM folder just to keep that organized. The way I'm looking at all this, how everything is put together, is the same way like when I used to mess around with emulators and keeping the ROMs or the games organized in a specific folder. So when you're about to open it or you're gonna, play it, the OS already knows where to pull the file from. But yeah, everything's already set. You have the VMs in here, and you have the iOS. All right, moving on over here to VirtualBox. Hit New, and of course, this isn't my first attempt, so it's gonna already locate and have the location for the folders. So I'm gonna start off by placing in the name Windows 11, VirtualBox VMs. Also, okay, so I already had, like I said a few seconds ago, I had already attempted this before, and I made my mistakes. Now fixing them, everything's good to go right here. Let's head on to the next step. User, let's just go with my login on this computer, password. Ready to go. Host name, I'm just gonna leave that as is. What is it? Windows 11 dot my VM dot local. Windows 11. I'm gonna leave. Oh, make sure we click on the guest. All right, moving on to the next step. Oh, we don't need no product key. Don't bother with that. I'm gonna leave it installing in the foreground, not put it in the background. All right, so this is what's gonna need. Everything's set up, ready to go. It's on 4 gigs, 2, and this computer runs on 16, so we should be good. All right, so this is what it's set on right now, and what's gonna require 80. If you let it get that pre-allocated, make sure you do not click on that. Leave this as is. Move on to next. If you do click on that pre-allocate, it's going to use all your resources and it might crash your computer in your system. So everything is good to go. All right. So finish creating. All right. All right, you had to make sure you press any key to make sure that it boots up the ISO. So it should be good to go. All right, so Windows is setup is starting. I am a bit curious, and I wonder if I'll go ahead and start with Ubuntu. I feel like I keep mispronouncing that name too. Alright, so let's head with other, and here we go. Once again, like I'll see, I did misspell it. I already have everything set up how I want it. Easy to locate everything. Oh man. Alright. Ubuntu. Alright. Hit next. Same thing, my login. Same password. Alright, Ubuntu, leave that as is. Ubuntu dot my VM dot local.
Alright. Case additions next. What's it gonna be using? And everyone's down too.
Alright, since Ubuntu is almost done wrapping up, in the meantime, why not throw in a small plug? Let's check out what they got on sale on Amazon. I should just hit deals. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. There you go. Functioning and working Windows 11 on the VirtualBox.
Deals, deals, deals. Fantastic deals. Yeah, and it sounds seems great. And I have no room to place it, right? Alright, good to go. Let's shut it down. Alright, power off machine. Hit OK. Alright, that is done. Let's close that up. And that concludes this install.